Hello everyone, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'd like to talk about wrapping, packaging a smaller sort of drawing for shipping once the work has been purchased. A few days ago I uploaded a time lapse of that, so today I'm going to do it in real time and talk about it as I do it. And one of the things I like to try to do is reuse as much material as possible, depending, if the circumstances lend themselves to that. Smaller drawings like this, like the one that's sold, this is another one of that same size, I will show you in a minute. This is 5.5 by 8.5 inches. And just a sheet of paper. The drawing was not framed like this one. And yes, so that one sold. And so this is the drawing that I'm gonna wrap as an example. I like this drawing a lot. It's I made it with a zebra ballpoint pen over Strathmore sketch paper, and I drew from a photograph that I don't know where the picture came from. I might have gotten it in Facebook. I don't know who the person is. I don't remember them or anything. But either way, the individual had this lovely facial expression with kind of like a Mona Lisa smile type thing, where it's not exactly like happy laughter or smile or something necessarily. It's just very calm and kind of peaceful looking, sort of, and it kind of seems like she could have dimples if she smiled more. And also, she has pretty great eyelids, and her eyes also have a very nice expression. So yeah, when you purchase this, you'll be able to see exactly how I have wrapped it. Okay, so let me show you the materials that I will use for this one. And well, again, for mostly smaller type work. And also, just to also proceed with that, it also depends on the status of the work or whatever, if it's framed already, then I might not be able to use these pieces of cardboard. These come in the Amazon grocery bags. Sometimes they use this to stabilize the bottom, depending on how much stuff they put in one of the bags. And while if a work is framed, I definitely use this type of stuff in the front where the glasses are on the back, either way for support. But it depends on the size of the work. And for example, also if a work is mounted on board, also, I might use something like this. But it depends. Like I don't have necessarily like a standardized method of packaging everything. Because what I want to do is ensure the safety of the work while it travels to its destination. That is the priority. Alright, I already mentioned these. The cardboards that they put at the bottom of the Amazon grocery bags. And the grocery bags themselves, like these. Not as they are, of course. I'm also going to show you how I, open them up and remove the stickers and stuff. And the third thing is I write a handwritten note addressed to the person that purchased the work. And that piece of paper is also reused material. I came about a roll of background photography paper a while ago. Somebody gave it to me. because they didn't want it anymore. That stuff gets pretty dirty. And so what I've been doing is I either use it for wrapping it's like the final wrapping of the work of the package, but more recently I started using it to write handwritten notes to the person who purchased the work. All right. So other materials we have here: glassine paper. This says artist tape on it. It's paper safe tape. Paper safe tape. Regular packaging tape. Scissors, rulers, box cutter, and these apparently just called triangles, but it's like the rulers with the right angle and the 245-degree angles on the other two sides. All right, so what we start with is protecting the drawing itself with glassine paper. And that's what this is going to be. But you know what, let me focus the camera to this wood surface I have here. Because this is where I cut things, because I cannot cut things directly on the floor, because this is a rented apartment. And even if it wasn't rented, I probably wouldn't want to ruin the floors that way anyway, so. Okay. First we have the glassine paper. And this is a piece of glassine paper left over from the previous drawing I wrapped. And most measurements are really just generally eyeballed, eyeballed, because I have done this a few times already, so I'm able to be pretty accurate just by eyeballing. Okay, so I want to completely cover the drawing, front and back. So as long as this goes over the drawing this way, meaning that there's no gap left over like this, then it should be fine. And that's where I'm going to cut it. Okay, so now I'm going to take the paper safe, or artist tape, I guess. That's the right name. Artist tape here, and that's what I use to tape the glassine to the drawing. I mean, not to the drawing, but to wrap it around the drawing. This tape, even though it is paper safe, it will not touch the drawing, because I'm not trying to compromise the integrity of this work that has already been purchased. Okay, so when you buy this drawing, or any other drawing in similar size, you know exactly how it's going to be wrapped, and you know that it's going to get to you nice and safe. I'm trying to get the glassine paper here nice and tight around the drawing, but not so tight that it will fold the drawing anywhere, because nobody wants that. Okay. This is similar to wrapping a regular present, this part. And I'm holding down here on the corner of the, where the paper of the drawing ends with my nail there. Okay. Also, I just want this to be, want the drawing to get home safe. Okay. Actually, a bit of tape would go here. And another bit of tape would go here. This drawing was done quickly in about between 20 to 40 minutes, I think. Alright, so we have this drawing now wrapped in glassine, nice and safe. Glassine is very good material. As far as I understand, it's safe to wrap charcoal drawings, graphite, ballpoint, and I think for like archiving work, like for putting in your flat files and that type of stuff, if you put a glassine in between your unsealed drawings, it should be okay, although I have not done that myself. I think you should probably just fix your drawings instead of risking them smudging. And I think fixing with spray fixative, I guess it's not entirely recommended for drawings done with vine charcoal over whatever paper it is, because it doesn't stick to the paper as much, because vine charcoal doesn't have binder. But maybe just don't use vine. But anyway, whatever. It's just my taste. I don't actually like vine charcoal. Anyway, okay. Alright. Turns out this drawing was actually done in about 2 hours. Alright. So this then would go like, this would be the note that I write for the person, but let's measure this cardboard first. Okay. So the cardboard, the measurement for the cardboard, I want there to be some space on the sides, all around the drawing. So So not exactly equal all around, because you know we're not working with customized things exactly like made to size, but some space around it. That way, you know, when the drawing is in transit, it's going to inevitably bump into things or whatever that just happens, and that way there's a bit of cushion all around to protect the corners and edges of the paper itself. That way it's going to arrive home perfectly safe, in perfectly good condition. So that measurement is mostly eyeballed, mostly the same all around. It really depends. And well, I'm aware that I'm using a ruler, but it's practically arbitrary, okay? But all right, ruler, and this device. Because I just don't like things that, I don't like it when the stuff is not right angles all around. Okay, that's one. Now for the other ones, I'm just going to use the same one that I just cut to make my mark where I'll be cutting. And they will all be the same size. And I do 2 for each side of the drawing, so that's a total of 4. And last one. Now what we're going to do is secure all of these cardboards together to make all both sides top and bottom. We're going to take the first side, make this nice and very tight. I'm going to put tape on all 4 sides here. Okay, that's both sides, and 4 of them together like this are really pretty strong, and I'm pretty confident in the safety they'll be providing for the drawing. Okay, so one last look at the drawing in the glassine. Here it is. Isn't she so pretty? This is, as I mentioned earlier, it's available for sale. It's $50. If anyone is interested, you can contact me over Instagram, and I accept payment through PayPal, plus their fees, over Zelle, and Cash App. Shipping is included also if you're in the United States. Okay? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is secure the wrapped drawing onto one of the cardboard backings here that I made with the paper safe tape. I don't actually know if it's called paper safe, but that's what I call it. Okay, that's been secured. Now the note would go on top here like this. And also this is so that obviously so that it doesn't slide around, although I'm going to make this tight enough that it won't slide around in there, but you know, just making sure. Alright, so now let's put those together. You want that tape to be, well, I want that tape to be very taut, because that tension is also what helps. The tension is also what provides protection for the work, so that it can travel safely, and just, the tension is also kind of like what like bounces back and provides protection for the work when it bumps into stuff, if it even does bump into stuff. Okay, so that's good. Feels very good and firm, very strong. So then typically I would also write the address of the person that's going to receive the work on both sides of this, just to be extra careful. I mean, I don't expect the final wrapping, the one that's coming up, to fall off or something, but I don't know, it's just a precaution measure, I suppose. Other times I would also wrap plastic around this as a mild kind of impermeable layer for the work. But since I'm trying to reuse a lot of material, you know, if I run out of something, I run out of something. And, well, mail delivery isn't, like, terrible. It's not super terrible or something, so I don't expect the UPS delivery guy to run into a river, you know? Okay, so now I'm gonna take this grocery bag and tear it open so that I can use it like wrapping paper. And I'm peeling this bottom part back here. That's where I'm starting. And this doesn't have to be pristine or perfect or anything. Because not the entire bag is not necessarily used for the wrapping itself. I am going to cut away a lot of it in the process of wrapping. Okay, so now the bottom's open there, like that. Now let's open the side. So this is paper that's like wrapped around and glued or whatever it is onto one side here. And we can peel it away. Okay, so see, this inside is very nice because I'm definitely not going to wrap all of this stuff on the outside because that looks terrible. This is going to be the outside, and I like this. I think this is also where the drawing would fit very well with paper to spare. And it's like, I think it's like half the bag. That'll be for another drawing. Okay. So now just to make sure, let's close this all around. And I have lots of paper to spare. So I'm going to cut away this excess here. I generally try to get this as tight as I can, but paper slides around like they just all do. And I just do the best I can each time. But I don't lose my shit about it being taut just as long as the wrapping, just as long as it feels like the wrapping is just gonna stay on. Okay. Now these two sides. This part here I also kind of eyeball when I remove the excess. So this is where the box ends here. And just as long as I have enough to fold. fold this also as tight as I can, whatever the paper permits me, because also sometimes these packaging paper can be kind of unwieldy. Just gotta show it whose box. Alright. Open these ends. Now this is where I feel like this is where I really get it nice and wrapped around. Okay, same on this side. The box, the cardboard ends here. Kind of like wrapping a present. It kind of is a present. Okay. And another thing that I like to do is to secure with tape, putting a piece of tape over all of this here. Okay? And finally, the address, so where it's going to will get written around here. So it will be, you know, I try to center it to around there, whomever, like this. And then from, meaning when it comes like from where I send it, is here. But you probably know like this lettering etiquette type stuff. Anyway, that's it. That's how the work gets wrapped. Oh, and also when I write the address, those are addresses. Those are written in Sharpie. And then I also protect them from just stuff that might happen on the way with people handling and everything. I put tape on top of that as well to protect them. Okay, so that's it. That is how this work gets wrapped when you buy it. You can purchase my work directly through my website. I will be putting that link on the description below the video. And yeah, you can just purchase my work directly through there, and this is an example of how I would be wrapping it depending on what you get. If you get, like, for example, the lithographs, those are just a piece of paper, they're not framed. I would be wrapping them very similar to this. If they're bigger, for example, like if I didn't have cardboard that is exactly the size of the piece of paper, then in that case I might have to turn to foam board, the 2 sides of foam board. It's pretty strong as well. It's really strong and makes it so that the drawing travels, the lithograph travels safely, or drawing. But anyway, yeah, you can purchase my work directly through my website. That's GabrielaHandel.com. I'll be putting that in the description below. You can also, if there's something that you don't see on my website but you're interested in it, you saw it on Instagram or whatever, you can just send me a direct message to Instagram and let me know if you want to purchase anything. And well, just to reiterate, I accept payment through PayPal, in which case it will be the price of the work plus PayPal fees. Also through Zelle and Cash App. If you're in the United States, there's no additional cost for shipping. If you're not in the United States, there's an additional cost of $20 for shipping, but then that covers worldwide shipping. And also, you can purchase prints of my work that are just printed on demand through Imprint. I will be putting the link for that in the description below as well. And I also have a blog that you can read. In this blog, I write things about art in general. The most recent entry is the transcript of a lecture that I gave at University of Arts in Philadelphia. And well, if you have any questions or comments or any kind of inquiries or suggestions or whatever it is, feel free to inbox me to Instagram or write them down in the comment below. And I also invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and show your friends. Or not, I'm not your real dad, but that would be cool. So thank you very much for watching.